Alright, hello there. Welcome to War in the Human Tanks Limited Operations. If you are, new to perhaps this channel, you probably shouldn't watch this just because it's the third game in the series. I'm terrible at everything, and yeah. That was the warning that you're going to hate everything I do. Alright, so in case you don't know, maybe you haven't seen my last two Let's Plays of this. This is the third game in the trilogy of the War of the Human Tanks. The first game being War of the Human Tanks Charge, the second game being War of the Human Tanks Alter, and the third game being this, Limited Operations. The other two can be seen. I have playlists for them. You can watch them if you want. Again, my quality of content is terrible, so maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe you'd like to watch somebody better. But if you're here, you probably are a subscriber already. So, yes. I bought this game after Thanksgiving with all the good intentions of giving this game all my monies. The game the game cost $10, I think. With the soundtrack, it's like 13 or 14. If you buy the soundtrack separately, it's $5, which is, I think, like the perfect price for soundtracks. Undertale's soundtrack, which I recently bought because Undertale's awesome, is $10, but that's a little bit high. $5 is good for soundtracks. It's like the perfect price. Anything below it, cool, but once you start getting higher to $7 and $10, it's like it should be a good soundtrack, or it's more like I like the game enough to where I'm gonna buy it, but $5 is like the best for soundtracks, I think. Anyway, you don't need to have played the first two games to play this one. Kind of like Alter, you didn't really necessarily need to play the first game, but it helps, and the other two will definitely help with this one. But this one is so far detached, I believe, that it's not as crucial. The storyline of War of the Human Tanks Charge was basically played Shotaro Daihone, who was battling with he was representing the Empire of Japan, and it was battling the kingdom, and they were badly outnumbered, and you go through big fights and learn everything, and it's pretty great. That's the short version. The really, really short version. War of the Human Tanks Alter elaborates on that. Shotaro has since become a rebel, fighting the Empire and the kingdoms. Now you're playing Alter, and she's a kingdom officer, and you're fighting the Empire, and it's wonderful. And then, of course, there's Fuji, which I think is like the main part of Alter. I wouldn't really count the beginning campaign as much stuff for Alter, so I'd count Fuji to be the best, and that goes into the lore of human tanks, and it's pretty crazy. That game's also really sad because, you know what? You pretty much killed a little girl's entire family. It was terrible. Alright. So we're going to read over the story, and then we're going to read over characters, because I like to do that before we start playing. There was something else I wanted to go over. Oh well, yeah, I've played the first game 20 hours. Played the second game with Fuji about 60 hours. I don't know how long this game is, but I'm assuming it'll be around 15 hours of playtime for me, being the guy who likes to play a bunch of free battles and things. I don't even know if there are free battles in this. We'll find out together. But I've pretty much given up on all achievements in the first two games, because it was just like, this is too hard. I quit. There's like one achievement in the very first game where it's like beat a battle in a certain amount of time. Can't do it, I suck too much. Anyway, let's continue this. So the story of War of the Human Tanks Limited Operations. Like, this is the intro story, like, hey, this is what's going on. The land of Japan has been split in two and thrown into war by two nations, the Empire of Japan and the Kingdom of Japan, who use biological weapons known as human tanks to fight their war. But now the war between these two has turned into a proxy war between the human tanks themselves. The stage is a land not unlike modern-day Japan, the land of Japan. The Empire of Japan and the Kingdom of Japan, two nations locked in war for an age, have finally agreed to a ceasefire to end the bloodshed, even though most of the bloodshed was just human tanks, but nonetheless. We're ending the fight that is probably draining Both countries have resources, and being a major inconvenience, plus there would be some civilian casualties, but for the most part not so. Um, but you got all your brightest cadets and stuff risking life and limb out there commanding tanks, so. But again, it's an inconvenience. It's like we're wasting so much money and resources into this war, and we've done it for ages. But this is to improve relations between the two countries, and due to the decrease of the radiotoxic particles that the human tanks use as fuel, the tanks themselves are about to disappear from all Japan. 50 years since human tanks were first developed. Our hero, Yatarou Shirahase, acting as an officer in the Imperial Army, is dispatched on a mission to subjugate the human tanks. He must now battle an enemy of the same make as his own beloved company of human tanks. Yeah, human tanks. So it looks like we're going to be on the Imperial side again. This side I like much more, because screw the Empire. They have so many more jerk faces on their team. So I guess the war's been going on for at least 50 years, huh? Because weren't the human tanks built, after the war had started? Damn, man. I wonder how many years removed this is from Alter. If it's, a bunch of years removed or just a couple. That'd be something interesting to know. Let's go to the characters and read about who we're going to be playing as. Yatarou Shirahase, the game's main protagonist. Although he's the master of cutting corners to sneak in a nap whenever possible, he's been promoted to major for some reason. Probably because of his inherent good luck. He is naturally liked and followed by human tanks, and because of this, he boasts an excellent record of accomplishments only in his missions involving human tanks. Kinda like Shotaro, that he seems to be. And Alter was also kind of in the same vein as these characters, so they really like their lazy protagonists who don't like to do things. His affiliation is the 4th Imperial Armored Corps. His rank is the Empire of Japan Army Major. Our good friend here, Hana Kunohara. I think I went too far down and you can't see her name, my bad. Yatarou's junior from the military academy. She enjoys tinkering with human tanks and has been working together with Yatarou since their days at the academy. She does her job quickly and thoroughly, and probably had a lot to do with Yatarou's promotion to major. She's a terrible cook, though, and hates being called by her first name. But Hannah's a nice name. So, that kind of... I don't know if they were bad cooks. No, I think they were good cooks. I can't tell if she's wearing glasses. It seems like it, but I can't fully tell. But it seems like it. Either that, or that's just like a little band on her nose. Who knows? Her affiliation is the 4th Imperial Armored Corps. She's an Empire of Japan Army Lieutenant. Mihari, Long-Distance Scouting Unit MI-03. The Empire of Japan's mass-produced enemy scout tank unit. Although mass-produced, the only existing units belong to Yatarou's company. Often a bright and cheerful personality, but she has occasions in which she can be pessimistic. She's not the brightest, which makes her a bit pitiable. Her job is to identify enemies in the distance and guide Yatarou and company to the next battlefield. 4th Imperial Armored Corps. Human tanks don't have ranks. What are you talking about? They kind of do. I mean, I guess they don't, but a command tank is kind of a rank. I mean, they have their own I don't know what you'd call them. But I mean, in this case, it's this is a command tank. That's kind of a higher hierarchy than recons and stuff, so. Prototype, Hotaru. Prototype command tank HO-06. A human tank currently working as a mercenary who lends her strength to Yatarou and company. While she's a command tank, she's also capable of equipping rifles, pistols, and similar equipment, making her quite a formidable ally. She's also really interested in fashion accessories. Quite the opposite of Mihari. You wouldn't think she's a human tank by her personality. And so she's able to equip multiple things like Ellie, I suppose. Oh man, it's Miss Katsura, Hotaru's commander and developer. Hotaru calls her owner, and she proclaims herself a mercenary on no one's side. She occasionally visits the 4th Imperial Armored Corps garrison, good job, Relic, to perform maintenance on Yatarou. Her affiliation is none, her rank is none. Hataro's affiliation depends on who her owner tells her to side with, and her rank was, again, human tanks don't have ranks. Oh, I forgot to mention, the whole series is created by Yakiniku Banzai, I think is their actual name. And Fruitbat Factory is the localization company who have been localizing a lot of stuff recently. It's been a good year for them. But anyway, yeah. What? There'll be links in the description to the Steam store page where you can buy this game. And there'll be a link to Yakiniku Banzai's Japanese page. Fruitbat Factory's page will have a link to it, and there's a shop area in Fruitbat Factory that you can go ahead and buy DRM free versions if you prefer those. So yeah, and maybe there'll be other links. Maybe there'll be links to, like, the first 2 games to buy them. I don't know, as well as the links to the playlists and whatever. All right, give me a minute and we'll continue this, but on the actual game. I'll be right back. Yeah, kind of neat. Alrighty. This game's loud on my end. Excuse me. Give me a second. The familiar sound of the human tanks. Back onto some other crap. First impressions are important. I should be straight to the point whenever I'm doing these, and then if people decide they like me and watch further videos, then I can go off on these tangents and it wouldn't be a problem. But that's not how I roll. Alright, so let's start War of the Human Tanks Limited Operations. This game, I think, has pre-assigned resources or something, which means that I'm never going to beat the game. Just never going to happen. Every other game, I've cheesed it up by using really powerful units. This one's not going to let me do that. So, here we go. New game. I knew this day would come. Ah, more fire. This seems to happen all the time. Commander, Scout Tank Mihari is under attack. I haven't been hit yet, sir. Then get out of there quick. Not yet. Not today. A future in which we cannot stand on the battlefield. Eat this. I'll counterattack. Thud. Huh? My pistol. It's too heavy. The equipment. My gun. Why can't I lift them? I feel so weak. A day in which the tank's rule will end. Could it be that she's at her limits? Also, we're kind of the bad guys, aren't we? 'Cause it's like we're using kind of twisted bad guys too. We're using human tanks to beat other human tanks to end human tanks. That's messed up. Is this as far as I go today? Mihari, watch out! I'm done for. Huh? The enemy human tank was about to shoot, but something intercepted it. Drama. A lone and beautiful human tank. You saved me. The unknown tank turned her head and said, "Nope." That one just shoots her. Sorry, bro. That'd be twisted. Can you still fight? So But I can still fight. Chapter 1, The Disappearing Tanks. That might be their most elaborate entrance yet. So that's cool. Worthy Human Tanks Limited Operations. We got the recycle symbol, because we're going to recycle some tanks. To hell! That was so lame. That map just had some of my favorite stuff, which is the, like, indicators of units and stuff. I love seeing the little blue and reds and the arrows. I don't know why, but I love it. The stage is Japan, a world not unlike modern-day Japan. The Empire of Japan and the Kingdom of Japan, two sides dividing the land, created living weapons called human tanks to fight on the front lines. This conflict between the two nations has transformed into a proxy war between the human tanks themselves. Hey Hannah, we came all this way to the headquarters, but do you know the reason? I don't know. There could be a million reasons why we're being summoned. 50 years have passed since the development of the human tanks. The country of Japan, home to the human tanks who have functioned as the focal point of the war, continues to steadily change by the moment. Shirahase, sir, do you know why we're being do you know... Shirahase, sir, you don't know why we were called? I can think of a bunch of reasons why, but I haven't heard anything. Two officers make for the Empire of Japan's military headquarters, the sound of their footsteps echoing through the air. Oh yeah, because we're in like a friggin' parking garage. Captain Yatarou Shirahase and Lieutenant Hana Kunohara. They are the heroes of this story. Hannah, did you know the 5th Armored Company was disbanded 4 days ago? We're the 4th. Could we be next? They broke up another HQ company directly serving the Emperor? Seems all troops from the 6th Company on have been disbanded. So now all forces connected to the human tanks are... Compared to a year ago, there's only half of us left. What are they thinking? I mean, end the human tanks? That's what, that was established. The times are changing. We might finally get the boot too. Maybe today. We're on our way to the headquarters after all. Don't jinx us. And please, sir, don't call me by my first name. Well, if that's the case, Lieutenant, then you have to call me Captain. But I called you by your last name. Can't you call me by mine? Nope. Excuse me. Captain Shirahase and Lieutenant Kunohara reporting for duty. Enter. Yes. We will. Hi. You called for us? You're here. That was faster than expected. Sound only identification code of 813? Man, we're doing this crap again. Wait, we're the Empire of Japan? I thought we were Imperial troops. When did this happen? Oh, we are Imperial troops. Kingdom is not Imperial. Oh, I messed all of that up and we have to deal with these generals again. I was looking forward to not having to deal with this. We've got a request to ask of you. That's why we called you all the way here. I guess the things that should have tipped me off were the fact that we were using an Empire tank and they were using, you know, Kingdom tanks. Just that probably should have been a hint. A request, sir. Heh, did you think you were being reassigned? No, I perished the thought. Yes, that's exactly what we thought. Captain of the Han Imperial Bodyguard Zhao Yun. I hear that you two have the highest success rate in our human tank-related operations. Yes, I have heard similar things as well, even though my identification code is 8 and 8 just talked, I don't know why. Thank you very much, sir. This mission should suit you well. We don't have much time, so I'll make it short. You two will lead human tanks to Nagoya to serve as reinforcements for the Kingdom of Japan. Both their eyes drop to a table, where an envelope has been placed in preparation for their arrival. The details are written in your reassignment papers there. Also, Kingdom, we're gonna go help them? Are we coming together? Empire and Kingdom in the hunt for rogue human tanks / human tanks? Yeah, we kill all the enemy, the strays, and then we kill our own. That's the plan, I suppose. Reassignments? Does this mean we're moving against other human tanks? Any questions? I just asked one, sir. I literally just asked a question. No, sir. I've got a question. If we're going to Nagoya, we're not just going for a cup of tea, although I'd really like that. The captain asked again, changing the lieutenant's refusal to an affirmation. Nagoya. Located at the border of the Kingdom of Japan and the Empire of Japan. Exactly as you said. That's the mission. The general paused to catch his breath and continued. Man, I'm really worn out. I got winded by this conversation. We've heard the enemy threatening the Kingdom of Japan is in command of human tanks. Oh my. Isn't that a serious problem? Kind of. The Empire of Japan and the Kingdom of Japan use human tanks. No, ever since before human tanks were used, a long and fierce battle has been unfolding, but the circumstances surrounding the human tanks have changed greatly. A ceasefire has been reached, and rumors of an approaching peace are spreading. The long battle between the two nations was finally reaching an end. And besides, there was a far greater reason to improve relations than mere goodwill. It's hard to believe they have enough tanks to rebel with, when the radiotoxic particles they operate on are about to disappear from Japan. The radiotoxic particles are depleting? I wonder if this has anything to do with Fuji and that whole scenario. / what Yatarou did at the end of that one. Huh. Yes, and the number of our human tanks affected by the particle depletion is not small. To make matters worse, with the arms reduction agreement with the Kingdom, we have to limit our number of human tanks. So the supply of human tanks for the mission. Naturally, we will provide you with enough to fight, but don't expect too much. Copy that. If that's all, we will move out to exterminate the rebel group. That's not your mission, Lieutenant. Huh? Sir, the moving enemy human tanks must be apprehended, correct? You're asking that we bring them back to our country legally without being noticed by the Kingdom of Japan. I didn't say that. It's enough that you act for the Imperial cause. Right. It seems like we found the right people for the job. Huh? We're expecting great things of you, Major Shirahase and Captain Kunohara. Captain? I'm a captain! She hurriedly pulled out the paper in the envelope. Sir, we've both been promoted. I'm a captain, and you're a major. Damn right. The newly promoted major gazed into the room, but he couldn't read the expression of the figure in the darkness. Dude, get better windows, or call us in whenever it's actually... Oh, it's daytime. Dude, get better windows. The radiotoxic particles were dying out. That was the other reason for the ceasefire between the Empire and the Kingdom. Radiotoxic particles. The vital energy source for all human tanks. What is that noise outside? It's really loud. These airborne electric particles can be obtained from all over Japan. Particles that could also be called the fuel of the human tanks were slowly disappearing. In other words, in the near future, human tanks can no longer be used as weapons, but maybe they can still be used in other manners, like as messengers. That came out a really weird way. We could have gotten promoted even higher if the radiotoxic particles weren't fated to disappear. But radiotoxic particles are harmful to humans. Of course it's better if they disappear. Is that how you really feel? Of course not. The end of human tanks. It's like a bad dream. That's right, Hana. You're a human tank maniac, eh? I told you to please not call me by my first name. Then you'll have to call me Major. Lieutenant Kunohara, or rather, Captain Kunohara, sometimes mods human tanks. In fact, she's a little bit of a human tank nerd. Nerd. Just like Chiyoko and Shotaro. And she's continued to act as Major Shirahase's right-hand woman for these past long years. Is this your garrison, Commander? I mean, if you were working as my friend, my right hand, wouldn't you know where my garrison was? God dang it. Captain Kunohara, starting today you'll be stationed at this garrison too. I don't know where you were stationed before. I'd expect this for a major, but until a while ago you were a captain. This is way better than my house. It seems they bought a hot springs resort. There are hot springs? Well, they're all dried up though. Is that why the military bought it? You're pretty lucky, Commander. You calling me Commander or Major just makes me itch. Please get used to it, Commander. Aside from the order to lead the reinforcements, one other order had been announced. The Imperial 4th Armored Corps. They have been entrusted to lead this specialized company of human tanks as Commander and Vice Commander. Even though it's an armored company, there are basically no reserve troops. But the Imperial 4th Armored Corps is the most prestigious company of all the human tank forces, I guess, even though we're the 4th. I mean, the 4th is a great number. I'd choose time to sleep over prestige any day. Just as lazy as you were when we were still at the military academy, I see. Captain, sir! Welcome back, Captain. Yup, we're back, Mihari. Lieutenant Karara. She was a great character. Lieutenant Kunohara, it's been a long time. Sir, who is this human tank? Scout Tank Mihari, part of my outfit. Don't you remember meeting her a couple times before? Oh, really? And the answer is no. I'll go fetch us some tea, sir. Mihari, before that. What is it, Lieutenant? I'm a captain starting today, but please call me Vice Commander. Oh, you've been promoted! Congratulations! And your commanding officer is a major. He's the commander of a company. Oh. How cool! Oh! Also, Vice Commander Kunohara here will be living in this... okay, I give up. We're done. GG, it's over. Also, Vice Commander Kunohara here will be living in this garrison starting today. You're progressing so fast! What happened in this one day? I'll tell you later, but for now, I'm tired. Get my futon ready. What are you saying, sir? We have to move out immediately. We're being dispatched? Can we fight? Oh, that's right. Sir? What is it? Where are we? We're taking the ravine path that detours Yumashirogohara on the way to Nagoya. A little further, and we're in the Kingdom of Japan's territory. They're supposedly fighting between the Kingdom forces and rebel forces just ahead, on this side of Nagoya. So it's not just a training exercise, is this the real thing? Man, I wish I could speak better. Were you not listening when I told you? We're going as reinforcements for the royal forces. Wait, so are we fighting the royal army? You're getting you know what? Just... it's fine. I'm telling you no. We're going to fight the rebel forces who are fighting the royal army. I don't get it. Mihari is just as stupid as ever. Tee-hee-hee. I enjoy being called stupid. I'm like Rara. I'm a masochist, but with words instead of other things. This is no laughing matter. Commander, it's the enemy army. What? Imperial forces spotted. Commencing assault. But what? My throat. But why? We haven't even reached Kingdom territory yet. It seems we've been ambushed. Ambush? Commander, should we order a retreat? The human tanks provisioned by headquarters are too few. The majority of our forces have yet to convene. Those are human tanks. You think we can escape? Probably. I think it's been done many a time in this series, but sure. Sir, do you think we can win? Yes! Well, there's only one way to find out. Get ready, Imperials! Commander, sir. Mihari, you wait for the rest of our forces in the rear. But the commander and vice commander. Informing our backup is the priority. Once they get here, come assist us immediately. Roger. First battle in a while. Crack neck, crack neck. Commander. Okay, commence the attack. Hey, guess what? Here's the different tank types. Yeah. Man, I miss using Kingdom tanks. Look how cute. I mean, I like this Empire tank better, but this King. Oh well, they're both. I like the Imperial better, but I like the Kingdom Bomber better, and I like the Kingdom Scout better, and I like the Kingdom. Well, I mean, the artillery is about even. I guess most of it's about even. Hey, you can recon people. I know how to play. It's been a while, but I'm pretty sure I know how to play. Alright. Preordained troops fighting the New Japan Army. I guess these are rebels. Hoping to... Oh, well, I didn't even get a turn. What a jerk face. Well, there goes one of my tanks. I didn't even get to use it. Oh, we have the same number of human tanks. Isn't that neat? Okay, Nanako. Forward. What a worthless recon. So if you don't click on tanks, the time will continue to progress. So you actually gotta do crap. It's a thing. Nothing there. Move behind her, you're kinda safe if you do it. Let's go about a scout here. Hey, I found people. We should probably go deal with that. Starting with you. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk it. Getting in nice and close. Pistol shot. Take that, Pico Pico. Haha! Do you think there's any enemies over here? No, it's the first mission. They wouldn't be that big of jerks, right? I really hope there's an enemy tank over there. You can't even see me. Stop taking random shots in the dark. So, I mean, I gotta check. I need to know. Damn, that would have been so funny. No! Mike! No, or Mike. But I like the turn. I like Mike better, because it's more funny. Here, eat a rocket. Take that, Cookie. Haha! These tanks are all, like, based off... Like, they have a gimmick to their names. Like, each type of tank. You have to look it up. I can't remember them, but it's pretty interesting. Hello? Anybody here? Right there! I have a feeling that was where they attacked last turn, and I shouldn't have done that. Right here. I remember when I was good at this game and could guess where enemy tanks were firing from based on where they hit. You know, like any other able player. Not so anymore. Stand by. I don't think I can reach. Nope, not quite. You can, in fact, blow up your own human tanks, so, I mean, probably shouldn't fire on them. Just throwing that out there. Oh no. Oh no, oh no. We found their command tank. If we kill that, the battle ends, but I don't wanna... You get more points for completely destroying the entire enemy force and looking awesome. Why am I moving my commander out here? The world will never know. Oh, hold on. Damn it! I'm so close. Stand by. Uh-oh. That's no good. She can only see in the 4 squares, so she couldn't see my command tank. Aha! I'm going out this way. I know I shouldn't, but I am. Hey, buddy. I think you need to die. Goodbye. They have 2 more tanks. That being their missile tank and their... Hello? Nope. Has to be like over here. So it hit down here. And we have to assume it has the same, about the same range as this one, and the command tank might have just moved 1 square. Yeah, it has to be over there. Forget it, you're not moving. It's gotta be over there, though. I'm going for the gold. Die! Haha! I win again! I think there might be 1 extra tank that I'm not finding. Could it be a scout tank? Hey, it's a scout tank! Fancy that. I'm gonna shoot you point blank with a rifle. Or a machine gun. I don't know what you want to call it. I mean, they call them rifles, but then, you know, rifles are also, like, not machine guns in some cases. It just depends on your terminology. Quick! We must go down and kill their command tank, who I suspect is right there! Goodbye. Haha! Blind luck! I totally knew where they were, Captain. I think that's the achievement. I read some of the things, and they're all like, I totally knew where they were, sir. And things like that. Limit clear. Success. Old timer. I'll have to look at what that means. But, defeats! I defeated a bunch of tanks. Or wait, is that damage? Huh. I don't know. But limit clear. Success! Rank S. Maybe that's why I got old timer. Man, that's new. Commander, we won. Huh, they were pretty good, huh? All the same, did these human tanks belong to the rebel forces? The enemy commander escaped before we could confirm, but I'm pretty sure they did because they were the New Japan army. New Japan, my bad. But if they are with the rebels, they sure are expending a lot of human tanks just for an ambush. They must be stronger than we thought. I'm also impressed by the number of those operational tanks they sent for the ambush. As long as they're operational, human tanks are far more powerful weapons than artillery. We really should have cleaned them all up. I did! Right, as long as they're operational. The enemy is no longer in sight, but we can't let our guard down. Let's call Mihari back here immediately. You're right, we're running low on human tanks too. That's actually a truth. Let's have Mihari scout for the enemy while we advance. Mihari, come here and scout. Commander? What is it? Scout tank Mihari isn't here. Not here? That can't be. We ordered her to wait in the rear. What, is she hiding or something? Mihari, stop hiding and get out here. An explosion. What was that sound? I mean, an explosion was that sound. You just called it. That sounded like a human tank exploding. Hana, they're here. They are here. There they are. There they are. I meant. There they are. Point. I knew this day would come. Yeah. Damn, another ambush? Commander, Scout Tank Mihari is under attack. I haven't been hit yet, sir. Then get out of there, quick. Not yet. A future in which we cannot stand on the battlefield. Eat this. I'll counterattack. Thud. Huh? My pistol. It's too heavy? The equipment. My gun. Why can't I lift them? I feel so weak. A day in which the tank's rule will end. Could it be that she's at her limit? Is this as far as I go today? I'm not like Rara. I don't just blast off like Team Rocket. Mihari, watch out! I'm done for! Hey, I got a card! Yeah! Huh? The enemy human tank was about to shoot, but something intercepted it. Yo, what's up? A lone and beautiful human tank. You saved me. The unknown tank turned her head and said, Can you still fight? So I...
突撃人間戦車リミテッドオペレーション
They show credits after, like, everything. Yeah. Neat. I don't know whether this is gonna start the next battle or not, so we'll just end the episode here. But, it's gonna get harder. Obviously that was a tutorial battle. I don't know if you know this. That was a tutorial. It will get harder than that. And, yeah, we'll have to do more work. At the end of every mission segment, it shows, like, that ending credit, like I said. And at the beginning of every one, it usually shows the beginning thing. Or at least that's what it did in the older games. We'll see. We'll be skipping through those, though, unless they're, like, new. Because I've already showed them. So, it's a limit. You get one. Everybody gets one.